What's up, strugglers? So today I'm gonna go over the trades that I took last week, and so usually I journal my trades on an Excel spreadsheet, but I I downloaded this trading journal file, and I thought I'm gonna start using it this way. It's more cleaner. Like I think I can even put pictures and all that. So yeah, I think each week I'm just gonna show my trades through this Notion journal. So yeah, let's go straight ahead. So this last week I honestly took three trades. So I took one on USD and two on gold, and honestly, like they're both still in work. Like they're not, the trades are not closed. They're not. They didn't hit TP or stop loss, so they're still in progress. They're like more of type of swing trades. So I'm gonna go over them on the charts. So basically, in my last video, I talked about how I am, I think, down 6%. No, 6.2% on the 100K funded account. I was down like 9% at some point, but I managed to, like, I'm trying really slowly to come back out of drawdown, and I'm taking my time. I don't want to rush it because that's why I even went into drawdown in the first place, because I was rushing my trades. And so yeah, I'm trying to keep like a good pace, trying to stay patient and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna go over all the trades that I took. So the first trade that I took was on Euro USD. So coming into the charts on dollar, as you can see, this monthly chart, um, before last week we were like trying to sweep these lows, and honestly, initially I wanted to just stay patient and waited for that monthly candle to close, so maybe we can form like a monthly fair value gap and then trade into this one right here. But I saw on the weekly time frame that we were actually coming off of this weekly fair value gap, and so after sweeping this weekly high right here, we started to go down, and like this was context for me to go lower from. And basically wanted to stay patient because we had some resistance in the form of this daily fair value gap right here. So I was basically just waiting for price to disrespect this daily fair value gap, and then I would have entered, and that's what happened. As you can see right here on this candle close, once we close below this bullish daily fair value gap, like this was just confirmation for me that I wanted to go lower. And so I took the same setup on Euro USD right here. So like on the weekly time frame, we didn't have a daily fair value gap, but I was watching mainly the dollar. And so yeah, I entered on the 4 hour, and as of right now on Monday, the next week, like we went in a little bit of drawdown, and the reason why is that we actually formed a bearish daily fair value gap. So we made a pull back to that daily fair value gap. As you can see, that's the pull down right here that you can see that made me be in a little bit of drawdown, and we're starting to go higher. And honestly, I don't know, like I think we might go lower on the dollar. Like looking on the monthly time frame, it's really clean. That candle might expand lower to this draw on liquidity, but there's still 5 days left. I don't know if we're gonna do it this week. I think there's a FOMC Wednesday, so maybe that could help, but I'm still not sure if I'm gonna go I'm gonna go at break even, because I don't know, we'll see during the week, and I'll adjust myself. But yeah, that was the first trade on USD. It's kind of looking good, but I'll keep an eye on it. So yeah, so the second trade, it was on gold, kind of the same setup, like literally the same setup. So on the weekly time frame, I'm just looking for context, and I usually look for context on either the weekly, daily, or 4 hour. And as you can see right here, we had this beautiful context in the form of that weekly fair value gap. And last week we can see that this candle was respecting it, so I'm basically just looking for an entry. And for me to enter, I just don't want to see any resistance, and so we had resistance in the form of this daily fair value gap, like the same thing on Euro USD, the same thing. So as soon as that daily candle closed above the fair value gap right here, as you can see on the 4 hour, I entered. And yeah, I had a little bit of drawdown initially right here. Well, we went into profit, and then we had this pullback, and it's the same thing like the dollar. We were actually retracing into this daily fair value gap, And looking back, honestly, like I could have traded this daily fair value gap in the 1 hour to target this high right here, but I don't know, like it was pretty ugly, and I wanted to respect the weekly time frame to target, well, this high right here, the high right here. So basically, once we went off of this daily fair value gap, like I went into break even on this trade. So this trade right here is at break even, and I'm basically looking for another entry. So on the daily time frame, we went off of this daily fair value gap, and how can I enter again? Well, I was looking at the 4 hour, and again I'm just waiting for any resistance to be disrespected, and the resistance here was this 4 hour bearish fair value gap. So as soon as we closed above it, I entered again, and so both of these trades are still in progress. So they're kind of swing trades because I'm trading off of the weekly context, so it's gonna take a lot of time, but I'm pretty confident in this gold trade. I don't know if we're gonna go to all-time high again, but I'm aiming for it. Like, we're bullish, so I'm just looking for buys, and it's pretty clean right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Hopefully if those 3 trades ends up being winners, it's gonna directly put me back at the break even on the funding account because I'm down 6%. But I'm not focused on that, honestly. I'm just respecting my plan, being patient, and I'm really glad of how I performed, because as you can see, I said that like my main mistake was not being patient enough on my entry pattern. Like, I would enter on the resistance, so basically I would not be patient enough to wait for price to disrespect any resistance, any opposing resistance. And so I learned from that, honestly. Like, I took so many losses doing that. So as you can see, like, I waited for the candles. Like, as you can see right here, I could have entered like right here, and price could have ended up respecting this daily fair value gap and go lower. And I was patient enough to just wait for price to disrespect it, and like price just showed me that it was clear for me to click buy. That's it. So even if those trades come back at break even or ends up being a loss, like, I'm not even going to be bad. Like, I respected all my rules this week, and I'm really proud of myself, because honestly this past few weeks have been horrendous. Like, as you can, like I told you guys, I'm down 6% on the funded account, so I'm just gonna take my time. Like, honestly, like, this is one of the main struggle that I realize about trading, is that you need a lot of patience, man. A lot of patience. Like, you need to wait a lot. There's a lot of waiting, so yeah, I'm just gonna take my time, and hopefully I will be able to come out of this drawdown, and hopefully pass phase 1 in the future. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, shoulders.